seeing how we're approaching the new year. This is from Ryka. It's the Lace Up Max Cushion Mesh washable sneaker called Glide. It is $54.98. Your 3 easy payments to get this is $18.33. Beautiful shoe, wonderful brand, woman started brand. They make shoes for us. They fit shoes for us. That's really important. And as we go into the new year, the New Year resolutions, they come. I want to walk more. I want to be more active. Where the first thing you need to do is make sure you have a really good shoe that's going to support those activities. And sometimes that's all you need. That's all the motivation you need is a good shoe. Beautiful colors too. So I say you just get the color that makes you happy when it comes to these. Over 20,000 pairs of these sold just today alone. So more than half of our quantity already out of here. Look at all these beautiful colors. Let's see where we're going to start at. Black. We had 8,400 in black. 2,800. That's it. That's all that's left in the black. Let's keep spinning. This is the color that I am wearing. That is the brilliant white, but look, it has pops of other colors in there. Next, ooh, Paloma gray. I kind of like the gray. We started with 5,000, 1,800 left in this gorgeous Paloma gray. Next, ether blue. How pretty is that? And then this one is called apricot beige. And then right here in the center, that lovely, what does that say, Flintstone? I thought I was reading something wrong. Okay, Flintstone blue. I was like, are we talking about the cartoon? Flintstone blue. It made me just go, you remember when he said, okay, I'm telling my age. Never mind, I won't even tell that story. I won't even tell that story because I'm definitely going to be telling my age if I did. A670576, that is your item number. Come on in, Miss Leilani Flanagan.
The theme song in your head.
Not only the theme song, I literally see him in the car, starting the car with their feet. That's what I remember.
Foot power.
Right?
Foot power.
That makes complete sense, right? With the shoe that you need to get you into the new year. I love this brand. We've talked about this before as former fitness instructors, right? The importance of a good shoe and woman designed. That's so important.
Exactly. Since 1987, at Ryka, we've been the first and only women's exclusive athletic shoe brand. So we were the first fitness shoe company to use the mold of a woman's foot, not a man's foot, to build our sneakers. Women's feet are narrower in the heel, we're wider in the toe box. What's exciting about today is this is our debut of our Max Cushion outsole. So what you're seeing here is very on-trend fashion-wise, but what you would need to understand is our challenge was to give you all this extra cushioning, but still keep it very lightweight as well. This comes in at 7 ounces. My favorite Rykas that we currently have been making for a decade are 8 ounces.
Wow.
So this is actually an ounce less than those, which is
fantastic.
Crazy.
Already, Flintstone blue, I know it. It's cute. That, like, look at that shoe, and with that little pop of that kind of really light lime green there. I love Ryka shoes. You feel the difference, and for me, I like to be able to wiggle my toes in a shoe.
Me too.
You know what I mean? And we've talked about this before. And so the fact that you can like move your toes in a shoe, still have a fashionable shoe that you're able to get your steps in. You're able to do all those, you know, things that you want, just an active shoe. So I always say being active doesn't necessarily mean going to the gym all the time.
Exactly. It could just mean, and we were talking about your 3-mile radius shoe, that you've got errands to run, things that you would do like in a 3-mile radius around your house, whether it's inside the house, around the neighborhood, running the errands, going to the grocery store, the post office, all the things that you might be doing in your day. That will tend to equal like 6,000 to 10,000 steps normally anyway. Maybe you're volunteering, you know, like all of those things.
Look at that.
You need the right shoes to handle your day.
I remember talking to someone, and we were having a conversation about fitness, and we were having a conversation about just being active and like, what does that look like in your day-to-day life? And I said, listen, the majority of people, if they can, they're doing it in spurts. That's what it is. Sometimes we don't have that full 30 minutes to an hour.
Exercise snacks.
That's right. And so you want to make sure that you just are able to get moving throughout your day. That's what we mean by being active. That's what I would tell my clients all the time. So it's always starting with the shoes, because if your feet hurt, you're not gonna do anything else. For sure. So it's nice to know that you have the right tools that's going to sustain you when you are being active. So let's go through these colors again, because there's some fun ones here. So let's start off with that black. We'll start with the black since it's right up front.
And that's just a staple, like in every fitness shoe closet. You need a black pair. I like how the white outsole lightens up the look of it.
Yeah.
If it was black all the way to the floor, this would look like a heavy.
It would be like a work shoe.
Yeah.
Instead of like a fun, athletic shoe. We brought in 8400, by the way. We're down to 2800 in black. This has been our most popular choice. I wish you all could, look how lightweight this shoe is. I'm literally holding it up with 2 fingers. You see how light that is? That is such a lightweight shoe. So please don't think that it's gonna be heavy. It is not, and I'm wearing it and it feels really good on my feet as well. So that's your black. This is the color that I actually have on, which I love, a good white shoe. That's the brilliant white. But what's nice is it's not solid white. You did give us some pops of color.
And it's washable. So don't be afraid of the white either.
Right, I didn't even get there yet. So yes, washable. So love that we have it in the brilliant white. Let's keep going. This one here, I mean, come on, that Paloma gray.
Exactly.
And the little pops of purple, I love that.
Yeah, so what we've done with this is by having these pops of colors on this style, it makes it more feminine.
Yeah.
So if this was just grays, all the way grays, then it would look
it'd
like
be
more
nice,
masculine
but
too.
it's nice to have that little fashion moment.
I agree.
We had 5,000 of these. That's how many we brought in. We're fewer than 1,800 now to go around, so do not wait on that Paloma gray. This one is really pretty as well, the ether blue. We had 3,800 to start off with. We only have 1,400 left, and this is our most limited option. Okay, then this is fun, this kind of peachy pink. It is called apricot beige. Love that.
And that's just a really sophisticated neutral. It's not so much of a pinky apricot, it's more of like a peachy one. And because of the mixture of the beige, I think this functions as a really great neutral, like a blush color would.
And the Flintstone blue, very, very popular. I'm gonna prop her up like this so we can see it. That's cute. I love that blue because I'm thinking I'm always wearing it with like denim and all. I could have totally worn that shoe instead of the white one that I had on today.
I've been living in that one a lot, just because I've been wearing them with my jeans.
Exactly.
It's
so
easy.
Check this out. That foam. It's amazing.
The active foam is underneath your foot. So that's going to give you excellent shock absorption and cushioning. We want to make sure to give you flex grooves in the front so it's easy to bend and flex. These are meant for walking. These are meant for movement. The other thing that I had some questions on before was that sometimes when people would see this, like, again, it's a very in style, like fashion to have this type of outsole. They're like, oh my gosh,
it must be really heavy.
Or am I going to be so far away from the floor? But when you get to see the inside, what you see is it's sidewalls. So you actually sit deep into it.
It's an illusion.
So this is helping to stabilize sideways and that deep heel cup and things like that. But you're sitting into the cushion. So you're not really high off the ground. There's just like a lot of really great cushioning underneath you. And then the other thing you want to see is that there's internal flex grooves, which means it's going to give you very little resistance on bending and flexing. Every step is easier to take, but then it's firm at the arch and at the heel area. I actually want you to play with this a little bit so that you can feel like just how easy is it to bend and flex at the ball of the foot. Because like we don't normally get to play with the inside of the shoe.
It's true.
But then you feel like the firmness at the heel and at the arch area. So that's really a good combination.
So listen, 600 gone. It's been popular all day long. You're saving $18 off. I gotta say that as well. So $18 off. We have all the sizes all the way from 5 through 12, whole and half, medium and wide widths available in this. But we are starting to get limited. So I would not wait. When I tell you it is so fun to have, I love sneakers. I mean, that's because of our fitness background. You kind of have to love sneakers. I love my fashion sneakers, but when it comes to a sneaker, for me to get my steps in, for me to go to the gym and walk on a treadmill or walk around the neighborhood, or if you're, a pet owner, you have to take those animals out to get their walk, to get their walks in. You need a really good shoe to do that. It is the base. It is where you start. And so I always say, this is where you start. You start from the bottom and you work your way up. You have to have really good shoes that are going to support that movement. And then it's just that everyday movement of being active. Trust me, those calories add up. Those steps, they add up. So if your goal is, I just want to get in those 10,000 steps. You set, your little watch and you really just focus on getting those 10,000 steps in. Have a good shoe on. Do focused movement, right? Sometimes you want to do a focus movement where there's like a 5-minute walk around your home or, you know, you're cleaning. Put the shoes on so they can support you. Super important to have a really good shoe. So I am an advocate. This is what I would tell my clients years ago. It's still what I tell people today when they ask me for advice. Where do I start? I always say, well, do you have a really good pair of shoes to get you going? And then we can talk about the other stuff.
Exactly.
And I love these fun fashion colors. So like that Flintstone blue and the apricot, to me, this is fun. You can, you know, play around with your wardrobe with these two fashion colors because, I mean, all the colors, but it's just something about a nice pop of color to add to your wardrobe in an athletic style sneaker that I really do love. So over 900 in our show, gone already. Again, do not wait. Sizes 5 through 12. Whole and half sizes, medium and wide widths, but we are starting to get limited in some of our colors, as you can see at the bottom.
Look how perfectly that matches what Jill is wearing.
Yeah.
So see how that just
Look
gives
how
you
cute.
Yes.
They really are lightweight. It's kind of astonishing.
But it's, like I said, that color is very sophisticated with like the neutral tones, the earthy tones that Jill's wearing. And that's the thing, like if you're going for like a fashion look, that's just the way you want to dress. My 52-year-old feet cannot be in high heels anymore, sadly. They just, it's
my mind doesn't want to give them up, but my body says, "Girl, what you doing?"
It hurts.
You know what I mean? It says, "Girl."
So I look for like what is going to feel best on my feet.
Yeah.
And it's a bottom that's like this. It's going to give me extra cushioning. It's the arch support that's in this. It's like a moderate, firm arch support, and it's the Ryka difference. It's a women's fitness shoe brand building a walking sneaker that's going to work with your body as a woman and not against it.
52.
Yep.
I'm 50. Just turned 50, both fitness professionals here. Happy to be in the age of possibility now. I'm finally over the hump, ladies. I made it in.
You're in the club.
But what's nice about it is, again, it's because this shoe was made for us. It was made for women. So the toe box feels different. You can wiggle your toes around, right? That's really important. This is made on how a woman's foot is shaped, which is very different from a man's foot. So it's nice to actually go, wait a minute, I was thought about? Yeah, you were thought about when it came to the design of this shoe, the comfort of this shoe. We didn't even talk about the inside yet. I do want to talk about, I'm glad you did it. I want to talk about the insole as well, because obviously you can keep the one in, but if you do have your custom orthotics that you want to put in here, you can do that as well. But listen, Ryka has thought of all the things for us ladies. So if you're a lady over 50 and maybe you're new to fitness, listen, welcome. 50 and over, by the way, you start lifting weights, watch what's gonna happen.
Oh yeah. No, and that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Like that's all the studies are talking about. Like you want to maintain your muscle.
Yep.
You want to maintain your strength because that is going to predict how healthy and how you're going to feel, you know, moving into the next
how well you
years.
age.
So again, you want to see this in motion because this is meant for walking. And it could be an intentional fitness walk, but it could also be like, you know, you're getting on the treadmill to do a 5-minute warm up before your strength training.
Right.
Or it could be, you know what, I have a busy day, I'm on my feet all day long, I'm volunteering, I'm running errands, I'm with the grandkids. I want a shoe that I can count on to be my workhorse. This can be that everyday shoe as well.
All right, before we go and talk about the insole, let me go through these colors again. This is our today's special value. It's been very, very popular today. Pretty much more than half of our quantity gone already for the day. New Year's is tomorrow. It's here. It's in a few hours. The #1 resolution is always to be more active, to get more healthy. And you have to start off with the right tools. And the right tools for us, and I say us, me and Leilani, because we have a fitness background, is you have to have the right shoe. That's what's going to get you going. And Ryka has thought about it all because they are made for women, by women, which is super important. So this one here is your apricot beige. This is what Jill has on, by the way. It's such a fun, sophisticated fashion color. So I love that apricot beige. Then, of course, you cannot go wrong with the black.
Yes.
We started with 8,400 in this black. We only have 2,600 left, and that's it, okay? They're gonna be gone after that. I am wearing this gorgeous, brilliant white.
I love the white.
I do too. Remember, and these are washable.
Washable.
So you throw them in the machine and you let them air dry?
Cold water, gentle cycle, and then air dry. You can separate the insole from it to speed up the air drying.
Love that. So don't be afraid to get that white. Then after the white, popular as well, this beautiful Paloma Gray.
Always
We
a great
started
uniform.
with 5,000 in this. We only have 1,600 left.
Oh.
So that is getting very, very limited